Can't procrastinate any longer. Even though I kind of already started. I have one that will never be seen by anyone. Maybe it will be. Who knows? We don't know yet. Hi, my name... I should look fair. Hi, my name is Leah Deschanais, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This YouTube section, it's to document my journey and to talk with other like-minded people who may be going through, doesn't even have to be like the creative field, but just going through trying to get to their career goals and the thoughts that you have. I have not been very consistent when it comes to, or when it came to journaling or having a diary. I probably can count on two hands, just one time around, how many journal entries I have written in my lifetime. Partially because I try to channel all my thoughts, or most of my thoughts, into music. But for the ones that I can't seem to channel into the music, they just get lost. So that's what this is for. And to introduce myself, I am 25, originally from Chicago, Illinois. I am a singer, songwriter, dancer, actress. I dabble in the piano, and I'm a small business owner. I moved to Los Angeles in 2008 with my whole family. What brought me to LA, I sang and danced all over my house. My parents let me get a hold of the Temptations biopic and the Selena biopic, and that is, along with my grandmother being a singer, a well-known gospel singer in Chicago, that got me involved in music. So when I got up to a solid age, my parents put me in a music school, as well as had me singing at like different family functions. And I auditioned for the first music thing and got it, and that was at my music school. I auditioned for the male lead role for an opera we were doing. I was only 10 in 4th grade. My teacher encouraged me to audition. I didn't think I would get it because it was written for a boy, but they casted me. Our production of Stone Soup, that's what it was called, was so good that Philip Seward, the writer, director, I think, I'm gonna look that up. But the important person, the reason why Stone Soup existed, he came to see it, and then I recorded the soundtrack live at the Lyric Opera in Chicago, and that was kind of like the beginning. After that, I auditioned for the American Girl Review to play Addie. If you have thoughts, save them. We may be on the same wavelength. If not, it is okay. I was obsessed with American Girl dolls growing up as a kid, and that was like, I was also obsessed with Disney, but American Girl and Disney were like this to me growing up. And so to get the role of Addie, I just thought my life was complete. I thought I made it. I was so excited. We had rehearsals for like 3 or 6 months, learning the songs that I already knew basically, and I could not wait to perform. But before I could perform, The Color Purple came to town. I was 11. I didn't know what The Color Purple was, and like I just said, I thought I booked my dream role, so I was like, I'm not auditioning for that. I'm getting ready for my show, like, no thank you. But everyone in my family, all the adults, they told my mom. My mom was like, you know, you gotta do it. She sat me down, she had me watch The Color Purple in pieces because that movie's pretty graphic. It's a lot for a child to watch. And at the end of it, I was still like, I'm trying to stick with being Addie, okay? When I auditioned, I didn't get it, but then they came back around a second time and we heard it on the radio. My aunt sent a flyer to my mom, and my mom was like, I think this is a sign we need to do it again. So I auditioned for The Color Purple again. I think the audition went really well. The lady I was singing in front of was tapping on the table. I sang, and I'm telling you, I was definitely one of those kids who adults were like, oh my God, you can belt? sing this belty song as a little child. So it's like this little itty bitty body with this gigantic voice coming out of it. So that was me at 11, belting, and I'm telling you, with my whole heart, didn't even know what I was singing. So yeah, after that she taught me. Okay, my computer died because it's not my computer, my phone cut off because it's rude. Anyway, I was saying, I don't really know. Oh, she taught me Hey Sister, which is the opening song if you've ever seen the musical. And then I left, and I vaguely remembered like some of my castmates being in that hallway, like whispering to each other, like, oh my god, that was that little girl. So my mom and I, we walked to the car. She sees that she has a missed call. We listen to it, and we're sitting in the car screaming because I booked it. Fast forward, I toured with Color Purple for almost 2 years. I was a swing, which means I had to learn the choreography, stage directions, lines, songs, harmonies, parts of all the kids' characters. So Young Harpo, Young Celie, Young Nettie. And if I have some pictures, I will put the pictures in here so you can see me. So I got to play each of them. I think I played Young Celie more. And yeah, that was a very tough thing to do as a little 12-year-old, and that's something to talk about for another time. So fast forward, after I got off tour, I moved to Los Angeles 2007, 2008. My camera's kind of crooked. I'm sorry. Between those years, that's when I officially moved here, 2007, 2008. My dad and my brother, they didn't tour with me and my mom, so they drove cross country from Chicago to California with all of our stuff in a U-Haul, and we moved, and I lived in the Valley from 13 up until I went to college. So yeah, so once we moved here, I just started auditioning. I was in a girl group managed by Howie Duro from the Backstreet Boys. I was 13 when I auditioned, 14 when I got it, and I was in that girl group until I was 17. After that, I started writing for artists, and I wanted to write for myself. It's very interesting when you're put in a position where you have to sing songs and you don't get to write them, or you have other people whose message or voice is a little bit louder than everybody else's. You just don't have any control. So after I left the group, I was looking for more control, and I had things I wanted to say, and I wanted to say them. So I started writing with people just to find my voice. One of the people I was writing with, he ended up getting signed off of a song that we wrote together. So that was a pretty nice accomplishment. And when I turned 18, I went to college, and I went to Loyola Marymount University. Graduated in 4 years. That was 2014 and 2018. Graduated with a degree in communication studies. I did a lot of self-reflecting in college, trying to figure out like if, you know, I still want to do entertainment, because obviously I have not made it yet. And that was like at the forefront of my mind. And I had been around so many people who had made it, you know, they broke through. But I kept getting so many signs and different opportunities, and everything just kept pointing me back to entertainment and music, singing and acting. So I decided when I graduate, I will go full-fledged into that. While I was there, I was still performing. I got an internship working at Babyface Studio with his protege, Chris Riddick Tynes. I got to work with Babyface on demo. It was a great experience. I learned so much from it. I graduated college and started doing entertainment and acting and like full-time like I was doing when I first moved out here. And it's been going cool, you know? I'm a working actor, working musician, so that's just a little bit about me. Now, for the things that I have learned, or things that I have thought about this week, and this is kind of like a ode to all the thoughts that I had last year. So 2021 was a challenging year for me. I had a lot of time spent with myself, a lot of time to think, and I guess to just figure out how to just do, because doing is the hardest part of anything, like just starting it, because sometimes you don't see the pathway that leads to whatever it is you're trying to do. It just feels like it's a gigantic gap, and you know that you want to be over there, but you don't know how to get over there. You don't have anything, and that's kind of how I felt. A lot of things fell apart that I thought weren't gonna do that, and it did. So I had to pick up the pieces. And the thing about working in entertainment and probably any field, you just got to keep going. You can't really think about the missteps or the things that didn't work out. You just have to push forward and move towards your goal in the best way that you can, even if you can't see your goal at the end of the tunnel. So it's really just doing. And in reading this book recently, because I didn't read it last year, I was just feeling my way in the dark, and I guess I found some type of light, because here I am doing, finally. Beep yourself, and get out of your head and change your thoughts. That's really not the title, but I'll edit it here. And so one of the things he talked about was embracing uncertainty. In the book, he's talking about how there's so much power in the uncertainty, because while your brain may go to negative, there's something positive in the uncertainty, because you don't know what it is on the other side of that. You don't know who you're going to help on the other side of that. You don't know how it's going to help you on the other side of that. And the only person that can help you get there through the uncertainty is you. And you want to choose uncertainty instead of choosing certainty, because your goals and your aspirations are never going to be in your comfort zone. And I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. And that's kind of what I'm doing with everything this year. I don't have my New Year's resolution is to document myself, so video diary. But as far as like setting solid things, my word for this year is discipline. The other thing he talks about is why New Year's resolutions and all that stuff fail and people's like things, because once all the hype of starting something new dies, and like the motivation of like, oh my god, it's a new year, I'm gonna be new year, new me. Why some of that fails for some people is because once that hype is gone and you don't have any motivation, like what kicks in? Like, because you can't just prepare for like where you want to be. You have to prepare for those moments where you don't feel like doing it. And that's why my word is discipline, because when you lack motivation, you have discipline. We as humans, everything about us is routine. Wake up, brush your teeth, wash your face, shower, like job regimens, everything about us is routine. And we've been socialized to be into these routines. And so once you start conditioning your body to do routines for things that you are trying to accomplish, when that motivation dies, because I'm trying to work out every day, or at least every day. So there's going to be a morning, and it already happened. There's a morning where I was like, I don't want to get up at 6 today. I want to get up at 9. I'm going to let myself get up at 9. So my preparation is I'm going to have days in my week where I know you can sleep in this day and you work out at night instead of working out in the morning. Because something else that stops you from doing is being burnt out. You know, if you don't have any energy to do anything and you feel like you're running a rat race, it's like, what am I doing all this for? Then you have to re-find it. So not putting so much pressure on yourself so that when you miss a day, because it's gonna happen, things happen. I'm about to miss a whole week because I have to go for family, but that's not gonna stop me, and it's not gonna throw off anything that I'm doing. I'm gonna try to keep my regimen as close to what I need to be doing when I come back so that I can just hop back in. It's just adjusting, and I'm not somebody that likes routine anymore. I liked it in college. I like the structure, but I don't have that. Once you leave school and you're done, no one else, and you don't work like a 9 to 5 job. No one is structuring your life for you. You have to do it. And I don't really like that. So I like switching things up or feeling like I'm shaking things up. It keeps me motivated and it keeps me from not being burnt out. Because that's definitely a feeling I had to overcome last year. We made it to the end of this should be 10-minute video. Thank you. And like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what resonated with you, if it made sense. Tell me what resonated with you. What goals have you set for yourself? Do you have a New Year's resolution, or do you have a word? Whatever it is, just share it with me down in the comments. I want to provide a safe space for people who are also journeying towards their goals, and don't feel like they have an outlet to express it. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.